Well, hellfire. It's RockdaRiff, and I am back with another Metalhead Envy. Looks like we're finally getting a new Periphery record. I'm a pretty big fan of Periphery. I wasn't crazy about the last Periphery album. There was a couple songs in there that I really enjoyed. Atropos being the main one. I do feel like they kind of, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, there was heavy stuff on the record, but it wasn't as heavy as previous records. Like I'm a big fan of P4, uh, P3, really all the records before are have such killer stuff on them. The concept record. If I had to give an example of like my favorite Periphery songs, The Bad Thing is up there. Follow Your Ghost, Blood Eagle. I tend to favor Periphery's heavier side, so I'm hoping with this record, that's where we're going. We got the first single, and this might be the shortest Periphery song I can think of. 2 minutes and 58 seconds. That's a little crazy. So let's dive on in and see if they come with the heavy. Yeah, already. Yeah! Dude, that little like descending humming riff that we got going on in this. Like we already got the Misha Mansour bounce. Uh, or would we credit Matt with that? I gotta try to remember how to pronounce their names all the right way, but I feel like Misha and Matt Halburn have this groove bounce that they do when they're the main, or of course Matt because he's following the guitars, but Misha has like a bounce in his riffs compared to Jake and Mark. But so far, 35 seconds in, this shit is a hitting. This is what I'm wanting from Periphery. I want the fucking groove, man. Yeah! Fuck yeah. I already like Mr. God. We're only halfway through. I love that. I guess Jake, I wonder how many of them's actually doing it. I feel like Jake normally does like the accents within the stuff, within the riffing. But somebody that's a huge super Periphery fan, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm a big fan. I don't know him as well as like uh some others and stuff, but that is so, it's like, how do I word it? I feel like the whole dissonance chording within riffing is like such a popular thing. A lot of, I mean, every band does it at some point in some track, but watching the interviews of these guys and them talking about how coming from the first record, P1, and how complicated the riffing and everything is, and then slowly but like uncomplicating their stuff. But the funny thing to me is Periphery says they're uncomplicated, but they still write some crazy fucking riffs. Fucking Marigold on P3. That is a fucking killer riff and everything. The price is, what is it? The price is wrong or the price is right. Like just killer riffing all through those tracks. And this one, we've got the simple chug, but adding that dissonant melody is really fucking cool. And I just like how it's like a hum, and it's so, I guess would the right word be the resonance? It's resonating throughout so far and long into the track. It's such a fucking cool idea in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, we just went to the next song.
We've got great news. Your nearest Dollar General just got some upgrades.
Hell yeah. I fucking love this song. I think Mr. God hits all the periphery tricks of the trade that I want him to hit. Fucking dark, fucking groovy. Just, I'm gonna say that minor key goodness, but I've been watching a lot of Alan Van Wert here lately, and he talks about how the minor key isn't a real thing. It's all major key, but it's all like Aeolian, and I need to get his book. I think I've talked about it in about 2 or 3 videos now, but need to get his book and read that and figure out why that dude knows the guitar so well. But that I fucking love this song. I'm about to listen to this song about 4 or 5 times for the rest of the day. I think this is one of Periphery's coolest singles. Like I know it's a lot of there's making of that Periphery normally puts out on their albums, and I've heard Misha even say like they call it dum dum riffing, where it's like the just the chugs and stuff like that. But what's funny to me is I love dum dum riffing. I think dum dum riffing is some of the funnest riffing because I think about how it would be if myself I'm sitting here playing this, and it's like I always like cool. I like mix and master tricks when you got the chug in one ear, chug in the other ear, and then all the chugs come together in the center. That little trick they did later in the track. Um, I'm already going to repeat myself again. I think the dissonant humming melody that they've got going along in the sections here is fucking phenomenal. Fantastic. Um, their main vocalist, Spencer, is always normally is my least favorite element of Periphery tracks. Um, I'm not crazy about the cleans that this dude does sometimes, but then again, that's just my opinion. It's not to say that he's bad. Uh, so if Spencer, if you ever see this, man, I'm not trying to be a dickhead strictly to you. It's just that's personal opinion and preference when it comes to cleans in tracks. I do think he shine on this one, man. I do think his heavy, harsh vocals are really cool and dynamic. He's got a cool range. He has a particular sound for himself as well. Like there's a lot of harsh vocalists out there. For somebody like me that listens to a shit ton of metal, I hear a ton of different harsh vocalists, and I feel like there's a case to be made where a lot of them sound so similar, and a lot of them sound like they're put in that template. I do give Spencer credit in the fact that when he's doing harsh vocals, I feel like he has his own little melody and sound to him, his lows, mids, and highs. And I think you fucking shine on this track, bro. I hope the one time I seen you live, I know you quit halfway through the show, and then I've had some other friends that've seen, and I do feel like you've had a hard time the live shows, and these are anecdotal evidence anyway. But hopefully, when you're performing live on this one, you're fucking killing it. But groovy little fucking track, groovy little fucking track right here. It does give me hope for this album, which there again, I put every Periphery album in my library. I listen to every Periphery album. The last album, not being crazy about it, doesn't shake the fact that I still am a huge Periphery fan. I use a lot of their products. Misha Mansour's Horizon Drive pedals and stuff. That's I've got mostly on my pedal board. Uh, I wonder if Nolly's involved in this at all. And I'm assuming they could be using hell Misha's amp. I've got the PV Invective mini head. You can literally see it in the video right there. I bought. I did used to have a guitar that had the Juggernaut, not the Juggernauts. What I had the Ragnaroks. I had the bare knuckle Ragnaroks that Misha designed, and I love those pickups. If I could have switched those pickups out of that guitar before I sold it down the river, I would have. But killer fucking track, man. I got a buddy that keeps up with my channel, is in my Discord. I'm gonna send to after this and be like, here you go, man. A modern metalcore, or it's not really metalcore. Periphery to me is fucking above metalcore. Fucking, I think Misha, Jake, and Mark are my favorite trio of guitar riff writers. They do some cool stuff, and it's like meeting Mark at a guitar clinic one time. He was one of the nicest fucking dudes, man. He he'd sit there and talk to my other guitarist I worked with at the time and gave us such good advice on how to be a band at the time, and he was really, really, really cool. And the motherfucker can play the shit out of guitar. I do want to play it for a hair and see if I can figure out the humming dissonance. Yeah. Shout out to Matt. Where Halburn is how you would say his last name. That dude's one of the grooviest fucking drummers, bro. I wish, like, I use Easy Drummer too for like my own riff writing and everything. I wish Matt Halburn had a drum pack within that, because I don't know how to use Get Good drums. I'm not savant in Contact, which is something I think you have to use Get Good drums. I'd love to figure it out so that way I could start writing some cool, crazy stuff with like Matt Halburn's signature stuff. But yeah, dude, I fucking love this song. Here, a 3-minute song. I'm 15 minutes into a video just gushing over it. You stole. Yeah. I'd have to sit here for a while to figure out what the actual dissonant noting to get that shit that's going on within it. But if this ends up being your first time to the channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. I feel like I might have gifted the gab a little bit too much in this video. I didn't realize I was just fucking just blah, 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 word salading a little bit. So, with all that being said, Periphery, I wish y'all super success as always. I'm so glad we're getting another record. I'm so glad 3 Dot Recording is being successful, I guess. I don't know how well the other bands on the label are doing, but Periphery, anytime you put out something, I'm definitely going to for sure be like, what do we have here? I think Misha is such an inspiration for my riff writing. I'd love to be able to. I love the bounce, man. I want to be able to write groovy ass riffs as well. So, can't think of nothing else to say besides stay positive, stay rocking, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.